This is a Shields of Shame exclusive.
Dodge Sheriff's Office.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Lovely. Hey, I'm just trying to find out who handles, before I escalate this to the sheriff, who handles the open records for the Dodge County Sheriff's Office?
It's kind of a joint effort.
Yeah, but the reason I'm calling is because I put in several requests, and I have filed 3 complaints with the Attorney General so far. And I'm not getting anything back from you guys on these requests. I'm just trying to figure out, do I got the wrong email address? I mean, I'm just trying to sort out maybe I'm doing something wrong.
Okay, who are you?
My name is Billy.
Your name's what?
Billy.
Okay, and what, are you from an agency or?
Are you familiar with the open records laws?
I am.
Okay, then none of that matters.
Okay, I'm just trying to see if I have seen anything on the email is why I'm questioning you.
Yeah, madvideos. My name is Billy. I sign my full name, Billy Bloom, at the bottom of all my emails. I think I've sent like 3 to you. I sent a follow-up today. But the initial one was sent. I'm sorry, I'm a little sick, so just bear with me here. Yeah, my initial request went in April 16th. April 16th, and I did a follow-up today on that request. And the email is going to Dodge, COSO at yahoo.com.
Okay, yeah, that is one of our email addresses. And you said you sent one today?
Yes, ma'am. I just sent just a reminder, since I'm still waiting, and I sent the complaint to the Attorney General with this. I did another complaint today with the Attorney General, and I've emailed the state senator and a couple congressmen and whatnot, because this has gone far beyond 72 hours with no response at all for this. And a Yahoo email address is not an official email address for a government agency.
It is not.
Yeah.
No, that one is not, and that's a lot of junk mail goes into that email. So, see, we all have individual email addresses here in the office. And that particular email address is one that we've had for years, and so a lot of junk mail is going into that email address.
Well, you may not know it, but that email address is listed on your website on the Open Records contact information. So we do. Someone else manages our website. Let me give you my email address.
Okay. It's B Wilson, CO Sheriff.
Sheriff. Oh, that's an official email address, and that's the email address I've needed, and I could have avoided a lot. I called you guys back in April. I don't know who I talked to. I should have recorded the phone call, but it's not that big of a request. That's the thing that's troubling me. It's just I'm just asking for an image in a disciplinary file on an ex-employee. He no longer works for you guys. His name is Billy Joe Grant. And he was fired for involvement with inmates and decertified by the Georgia Post Council back in 2022. And all I want is his disciplinary file and his picture. That's all I want. I mean, I send in requests that cost me thousands of dollars. This is like a $15, if even that. Depends on how much redaction you got to do to the disciplinary record.
Okay. Well, send me a copy of it, and I'll take a look at it, and I'll get back with you and let you know what we have.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I can get my hand. It may have to go to the human resources at the commissioner's office. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So I will email you back.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, whatever process you guys use, I'm just glad I got the actual email address before, because you guys are probably going to get some correspondence. You probably already have some correspondence from the Attorney General in that, because that's the email address I gave to Chris Carr and Kristen Settlemeyer at the Attorney General's office. And that email has probably got some pretty important stuff in it for you guys to read from the Attorney General.
Yeah, it's like I said, I don't know who set that email address, and I try to check it every day, but it's junk after junk after junk.
Yeah.
So I try to go through and pick out the important things, but it's very difficult, when you're getting a lot of things coming through it. So
right.
If you'll send it to that other one, I'll look at it and respond back and let you know if we have the information here, if you need to contact someone else.
All right, I'm going to send it right now. And B. Wilson. And I'm going to thank you and put my name at the bottom so you know. and I'm just forwarding you the chain. I think my request. I can do this verbally or written, and I'm doing it verbally right now. Although the Attorney General will not back me up on verbal request, they need it in writing and they need my name signed to it. But yeah, just any video and audio interviews you have of him. I missed that part. I did want that. Any Garrity warnings he signed, any Miranda warnings he signed that he has on file, and his service photo and his disciplinary record and public complaints.
Okay.
Just understand, I have some of these documents. I'm just trying to sort out the story right now, and I'm an investigative journalist, and that's what I do. So I forwarded that to you. Hopefully you got it, and we can clear this up.
Okay, all right, I'll take a look at it. I'm about to go to lunch for about an hour, but then I'll look at it when I come back from lunch.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you.
Okay,
All
thank
right,
you.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Georgia Post.
This is,
Hey there, is this Billy Grant?
yes, ma'am.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. So, we got your message and we're returning the call.
Yes, ma'am.
What can I do for you?
I just wanted to know more about this investigation.
Okay, so the paperwork we got is that you were on a probationary status with Dodge County SO, correct? Excuse me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you were terminated during your probationary period because it says that you had some kind of involvement with a female inmate.
I didn't hear.
You didn't hear me?
I heard you like they had like all me. I just talked to her behind calls sometimes, but no.
Okay, so did you make any phone calls to her?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Well, the SO was saying that you actually called and asked another officer to transfer you to her. Is that not correct?
I never asked another officer to transfer her to me. No.
Okay. Sir, why are you so hard to understand? I can't understand what you're saying to me. Are you?
I'm at work.
Oh, you're at work. Okay.
I'm trying to listen, do what I'm supposed to be doing at the same time.
Okay. Well, so you got your letter, correct, from Post. You got your notification document, correct? So,
Yes, ma'am.
explain to me in your words what happened. And what is the inmate's name?
Shelly out.
Okay. Did you admit to falling in love with her?
No, I'm not in love with nobody.
Okay. So you never told that to anybody?
No.
Okay. Well, explain to me in your words what happened.
I'll have some kind of problems at home. I'll just talk to her about it. That's basically really.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Does your agency have policies against you doing that?
I guess, because they fired me for it, so I don't know.
Okay. So, let me see. Basically, it says that you used an intercom to call an inmate sharing a cell with inmate Allen and asked the inmate to wake her up. Did you do that, sir?
I did that.
Okay.
Yes.
What was your thought process behind that? Why did you do that?
I was being dumb.
It was dumb? Okay.
It was dumb.
Alrighty. And then, of course, you were interviewed by Major Andrews?
I won't really say it was interviewed.
Okay, you were spoken to by Major Andrews?
He said, the sheriff said, let me go. That's basically all I said.
Okay. So, Sergeant Grant works there with you? And that's your stepmom?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And apparently she thought that you were falling in love with this inmate, Shelly Allen.
She thought I would.
Yeah, so.
Like, why would she think that? I'm talking to somebody else that's outside the jail.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Did you ever say, Shelly needs a real man in her life to help her get off meth? Did you ever say that?
Not to the best of my knowledge. I said, it might take a good man to, but I was never implying me.
Okay. So, you never had any kind of intimate contact with her?
Never touched her.
never touched her. There, and so basically you're saying that the only thing you did was you conversed with her and gave her some personal information that you were involved with. That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Like, I never touched her, anything, never put the officer's safety in harm's way, never treated her any different than I treated the other inmate.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you this. So you've got a copy of the letter, and basically you are afforded an opportunity to provide a written response to the investigation. Are you familiar how a post-investigation works, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so what we do basically is we collect, like we just spoken to you, and we collect the information from your agency. And then Post puts together a summary of all the information that they have, and they present that to what we call a probable cause committee. The probable cause committee makes a recommendation on how to go forward with your certification. So they can revoke it, they can give you probation, they can do agency action. There's multiple different things that they can do. And you are afforded an opportunity to provide a written response. And basically what that means is if you put it in writing, you notarize it and sign it, then we can put that as an attachment on the file and they can read in your words what happened. And I highly encourage officers to do that because that shows that you're actually interested in what's going on with your certification. But we can't, compel you to do that.
Yes, ma'am.
So, is that
So
something?
I can get my certification taken away?
Yes, sir.
Do you know how long this process might take?
Well, it depends on how quickly. If you decide that you want to give us a written response, and as soon as we collect the information from your agency, we can get it typed up pretty quickly. But the problem is, the probable cause committee and full counsel only meet 4 times a year. So this may or may not make it to the September hearing, depending on how quickly we get the information, and then it may be December. And then, of course, if it didn't make it by then, it would go to March.
Okay.
Okay, so right now, your certification is showing that, you can still work. You just can't go to school to get any kind of new certification.
So, if I wanted to go work at RYDC, I can still do that.
Hang on just one second. Let me pull up your certification stuff.
Because I went to post for DJJ,
Okay, so just one.
and it was like last year, so I don't think it's up yet.
Okay, so you have a jailer and you have a juvenile corrections certification. Okay, so you can actively right now you can get a job as a jailer or as a youth correctional officer, but you cannot get any other certifications. Now, keep in mind, you haven't been heard yet by full counsel, and I don't know what they would do to your case. So just keep that in mind. So I would encourage you to provide a written response.
Okay, I'll try to do that when I get home.
Okay, but listen, you have 2 weeks to provide that to me, so I need to have it by the end of the first week of August to include that in your case file.
Yes, ma'am. I sent it to the address that was on that letter.
I'm sorry, you explain what happened. It has to be signed and it has to be notarized to be an attachment on the file.
Notarized, from courthouse or something?
Some banks, UPS stores, a lot of places like that have a notary.
Okay.
Okay? So I'm going to document that you have until 2 weeks to get that to me. And if we don't have it by then, we'll turn in your file. Okay?
And send it to the address that he
And
said.
do you have the address that needs to be sent to?
Is it on that letter?
It is. It's the P.O. Box 349 in Clarkdale.
Okay, yes, ma'am. I still got that letter.
Okay. Now, seriously, if you want to continue a job, I would highly encourage you to get that letter in on time.
Okay.
Okay? Do you have any other questions?
So, one more question.
Uh-huh.
If I go work at what if I go work at RYDC and they suspend or take away my stuff?
You lose your job.
I lose my job. Okay.
So make sure you direct that to Lisa Wells at Post and at that P.O. Box, okay?
Okay.
Any further questions, sir?
But this is not a criminal investigation.
It's not criminal. This is all administrative. If it had been criminal, your agency would have done criminal charges on you. We would not have, okay? So right now it's just an admin investigation.
Okay. I was making sure about that because I never touched her and never fell over.
Okay. Well, that's probably why. So you were terminated. So it was. who knows what Post will do? They may just do an agency action. I don't know. With the circumstances, it depends on what is found when Dodge sends in their paperwork and what you put on the written response, sir.
I did say when she got out that we could talk, but I wasn't going to make anything happen while she was in there, because I didn't want to lose my job.
Right. And unfortunately, that's why, they have such strict policies, because I'm not saying you did, but, in other incidents, then the jailers start, the favoritism, and then it just gets out of hand, so that they have strict policies on what you can and can't do with people that are in custody.
Because the recordings, I said we could talk when you got out.
Okay, so...
And all that.
So
I never treated her any different than I treated any other inmates. I would talk to all the inmates just like I would talk to anybody.
Okay, sir, so did they have you on recording talking to her?
I don't know.
Did they mention that to you?
They ain't mentioned that to me.
Okay.
Like I said, the only one that was mentioned to me, that the sheriff said terminate.
Okay. All right. So we'll go with what we have, and we're getting, of course, in touch with Major Andrews, and then get us that letter so we can get you going, so you don't stay in limbo too long. Okay?
Okay. One more question.
Yes, sir.
What's agency action?
Agency action means that they're just going to go with what was the termination by Dodge County and say that you're good to go somewhere else. That's agency action. Okay.
Okay. I didn't know what that meant.
And then they could also, they could do probation, and order you to take some, or ask you to take, and if you don't take them, then they're going to do some sanctions against you. But they could, do some kind of classes that you might need to take, and they could do, there's a lot of different sanctions. Okay.
The worst thing that would happen to me is they take away my certification.
Correct. That would be the worst, is be a revocation. And what happens with that is every 2 years you can apply to have your certification reinstated, and you go before the recertification committee.
Okay.
Okay. So that's not even that's not permanent either, unless you can go every 2 years to see if it can be reinstated.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you have any further questions, please call this number back, and it's Lisa Wells.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.